Welcome back everyone to Staying Home STEAM. So this week we have some really special activities that you can do for Father's Day. And the first activity that we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be making a special science experiment treat. We're going to be making ice cream. So what you'll need for this experiment is a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and then a smaller bag that will fit inside that. As you can see, I like to reuse my bags as much as possible, but as long as it has a nice little zip and it will fit into that bag, you can use it. So we're also going to need half a cup of half and half. You can also use whole milk, or you can use whipping cream. And then we're going to need some vanilla, some salt, a little bit of sugar, and a few cups of ice. So to get this started, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put 1 tablespoon of sugar into our smaller bag. Okay, so 1 tablespoon of sugar. And then we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of our vanilla. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that right in the milk so it doesn't get too drippy. Okay. And then we're going to pour the milk. You're going to want to ask a grown-up for help with this. We're going to pour the milk right into the bag. And we're going to seal it up. So after you have double and triple checked that your seal is nice and watertight, we're going to put that little bag to the side. Alright. And you're going to take your big gallon-sized bag, and we're going to put about 3 to 4 cups of ice cubes into our gallon-sized bag. Okay. And the next thing we're going to add is a half a cup of salt. So you can try this experiment with pretty much any type of salt, but it might change the outcome a little bit. So if you're going to be doing this project, I'm just using table salt. If you want to let me know how it goes, if you try rock salt, you can also try sea salt. Let me know how it goes, because I'd love to hear. So we're going to put that in there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to place our little bag of ingredients inside of this other bag. Okay. We're going to seal it up, and then we're going to shake it. We're going to shake it for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to take a look and see how it's going. Again, we want to double check that the seal is extra closed. There we go. Okay, I'm going to start shaking, and I'll check back with you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so our 5 minutes is up, so now what we're going to do is just open the bag, and we're going to kind of test our ice cream. You can see it's not liquid anymore. Let's open it up. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. So it's not going to be exactly the same, have the exact same consistency as the ice cream that you get in a shop, but that's pretty cool, and I'm sure it tastes pretty good as well. So you can pop it right into a little bowl and have a little snack. I have a challenge for everybody watching this. I'm going to challenge you to try this activity without any salt in your bag. So you can do the normal salt one and then try with the second bag without any salt and see what happens. Theoretically, what's happening is that the salt is actually lowering the melting point of the ice. So the water that you see in here is actually very, very cold. It's actually below 32 degrees, so it's below freezing. But for some reason, it's not ice. And the reason is because the salt is mixed in there. So give this a try with normal ice. I suggest feeling the difference between the two bags, because this bag is very, very cold. But what happens after you shake a bag of regular ice for 5 minutes? It's going to warm up a little bit and it's going to melt. So let me know what happens. I'm interested to hear. All right, so we're going to move on to our next activity. I'm going to take a little break and enjoy some ice cream. In staying with our theme of frozen treats, I'm going to show you how to make a Father's Day popsicle card. So what you're going to need for this is some cardstock, some construction paper, or a piece of thin cardboard. Either works. Any of those work. So what we're going to do to start off with is I want 1/4 of this sheet of paper. So I'm going to fold it in half one way, and then I'm going to fold it in half the other way, and I'm going to cut out my 1/4. So this is something that you might need a grown-up to help you with. Okay, so we've got our 1/4 piece of paper. The other materials we're going to need is a popsicle stick. If you don't have a popsicle stick, that's totally okay. The other things that you can use, you can also use a piece of cardboard, just cut it out in the shape of a stick, or just a piece of construction paper works as well. So now I've got my 1/4 piece of paper and got my popsicle stick. I'm also going to need something to glue it with. And I'm going to need some drawing materials. You actually, this project works really well with paint if you have paint at home, or pretty much anything that you want to put on it. If you want to put jewels on your popsicle, you can do that. If you want to put pom-poms on your popsicle, this is a very open, easy activity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little pen, and I'm going to draw from the bottom here. I'm going to draw almost straight up, and then when I almost the top, I'm going to curve around and then go all the way down. So as you can see, mine's not a perfect shape, but that's okay. So before I cut this out, I'm actually going to draw so that we have a nice clean edge when we go to cut it out. So I'm going to take a minute, do my little drawings, and then I'll catch up with you afterwards. So as you can see, I've made my cherry, grape, and lime popsicle. I'm ready to cut it out. So this is a really good project to do with little ones because they can color anywhere they want to, and then all you need to do is just cut out along the shape. All right, and we've got our little popsicle shape there. So now we're going to flip it over, and we're going to add a little bit of glue onto our popsicle stick. Okay, put that right back down there. And now we can add a super little message. So I'm going to write, let's see what I'm going to write. I'm going to write, "You are the coolest." Alright, so there is our super easy little popsicle Father's Day card. Alright, thank you so much for joining me today for Staying Home STEAM. I hope to see you again next Wednesday at 2 o'clock for some more fun craft and science activities. See you later!